Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and I'm going to talk to you about a little story from my own walk a few days ago, and in finding a sense of validness and self-comfort and ease in feeling accomplished just as a woman, as a trans person that transitioned in my transition and has completed that. That sense of accomplishment is something that I want to talk about and share with you, because wherever you are in your transition, even if you've already fully transitioned, sometimes we need to find a way in acknowledging ourselves and seeing how far you've come and feeling that validity within yourself. Because, I mean, let's face it, sometimes you question yourself, sometimes you have doubts, sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough with your time. Sometimes you feel guilty for not doing anything. Sometimes you feel like you should do more. You know, all of these kinds of feelings we all have. We're all human. And so I wanted to share this reflection with you because maybe it can help you find a little bit more happiness and contentment in your life. Don't we all need that? So if you're into these kinds of videos, personal growth and development, I make 3 of these videos a week. And so if you'd like me to show up in your feed every week and be a familiar face to build a relationship with, that's me. So please like and subscribe, tell the algorithm that this video is worth seeing, and yeah, let's dive into this topic. So I've already kind of talked a little bit about it, which is just like sharing this sense of accomplishment. But I think like what it really was is it was a realization that my biggest journey, the biggest accomplishment that I've ever had is to just be a woman. And that sounds like a really simple, really not exciting thing. But I think for someone that has had to fight tooth and nail through tears, blood, sweat, all of that, being a woman is a huge accomplishment for me. And I forgot or didn't realize that that is actually a thing to celebrate, because you work on this for so long in your transition. Like, where are you in your transition? It feels like forever. It feels like you're not going to get there in a long time and that you just have to keep working towards it. And for me, I've just been going through this process for so long that I've forgotten that I'm actually here, and that the sense of just walking out in public and to have people just see me as a woman and to have people treat me as a woman and to say she and her, like, that is so natural for me now. And that's something that I just kind of hope for. But I forgot that at some point in my life, I was not a woman, and that I had to work so hard and invest a lot of my money and my life and my time into becoming this woman. So there you have it. That is my accomplishment. I am a woman. Like, being a woman is my greatest accomplishment. And it's not really the object that I'm talking about, which is being a woman. That's not really the thing that's actually the accomplishment. The accomplishment is the perseverance, the dedication, the commitment to yourself, the commitment to being in your truth, the commitment to taking a risk, a huge risk, the commitment to showing up every day and putting in that change. That's really the underlying accomplishment. That's the underlying work of any transition, wherever you are in your transition. And that is the most important part to acknowledge in this process, that wherever you are, you're showing up for yourself. You're showing up to be that version of who you are deep down, and to be that best version of that version of yourself. Does that make sense? You are putting in the effort. You are taking the time. You're taking the risks. You're making your life better by making your life right now worse, technically, because it's more work, it's more stressful, there's less people that accept you, you create more friction, there's potentially way more loss involved in terms of your friendships, as well as your privilege, potentially. And all of these things combined actually make your life harder in the short term. But in the long term, it's going to be worth it, because you'll be more yourself, you'll attract people that accept you for who you are, and you will find a sense of satisfaction in the hard work that you've done to be able to say, this is who I am, and this is the part of me that I love, and this is what I've worked for. So that's kind of what I really want to get to you and to get you to think about is all of the time and effort that you're putting into this, all of the hard work. I know sometimes it feels really difficult and it feels like, is it worth it? You may have your doubts about yourself. Am I really trans, or am I really a woman, or am I really a man if I don't always feel it this way all the time? You know, those kinds of thoughts. I still have those doubts every now and then, and I go, well, I mean, like, why did I do this? I mean, it's important to ask yourself these fundamental questions at times, but I mean, we don't always have to feel like the gender that we chose. It's really just trying to choose which side of the aisle, or if you want to stand in both, where you just want to stand as your default placement. And then depending on how you feel, you can kind of move in that way. But I kind of like to default to the feminine and move out of that as I feel the need to. So that's kind of to serve up some reflection, to think about you and where you stand in your gender expression, and also where you put your time and effort, and to take a step back every now and then and appreciate where you are now, appreciate the progress that you've made, and to feel a sense of accomplishment. You're doing so much hard work right now to be who you want to be. And I know some people may not acknowledge it, and you may feel trodden down. It may feel difficult. It may feel overwhelming, but you're doing good work. You're doing excellent work. You're doing the best stuff that you possibly could be doing for yourself. And I wish more people did invest in themselves in the way that you are. Because if the world really understood themselves better and really took a step back to say, you know, maybe I'm wrong about my assumptions of who I am and I should spend time exploring that, I think we'd have a lot less friction in the world. I think we'd have a lot more harmony, we'd have a lot more peace, and we'd probably be able to do better things for the planet, like fight climate change and perhaps even understand how to deal with this pandemic in a more productive way rather than to fight over it and things like that. I don't know, you know, that's another topic. But thank you for joining me today on this topic. And if you'd like to support me, please support me on Patreon. You can buy me a cup of tea, or you can join my online sessions. And share this with your friends. Tell the algorithm that it's worth seeing. Hit that like button. I'll see you in another video soon. Happy holidays. I'm Ashley Adamson. Bye.